Okay. So, basically, I got TikTok comments saying, how do you know if you're in the negative? The easiest way to know if you're in the negative is just to go into practice mode, and you'll see I have the graph up right here, okay? You see how there is a blue number that says +1? That literally means that you are in the positive. That means you get to act a frame faster than the opponent that's blocking, right? Now, this is not always the case. If I do a worse move, like +2, you see I'm -9. That means that if I throw a jab first, as well as Kazuya, he will hit me because he is 9 frames faster than me. So you'll see if I jab, I'm +1. So I'll jab and then jab again with Kazuya. You see how Marizu gets to act first? That's because you're plus. And you're doing a move quicker than their move, especially when you have a frame faster to do it. Because remember, each jab is like 10 frames. So you see how like I'm hitting each other? Because we're both pressing the same move at the same time. And both frames are 10 frames. Because no one's plus and no one's negative. You both can act at the same time, but you'll trade. But with Marizu, she's +1. So she'll get to act on the punch first. But if I do this, Kazuya gets to hit first. I'm spamming both buttons. So after I press 1+2. Let me hold it like this. This is 1+2, yeah? She's minus. I'm going to press 1+2. I'm going to spam both jabs. Kazuya gets to act first because he's -9. Now, in a real game, how do you know that you're negative? Now, it's a bit more difficult. Because not only will you know if you get punched in the face when you're pressing, right? It's like... How do... Like... Okay. You won't be able to see on screen when you're negative or positive because you don't actually have your graph up now. Okay, yeah. So this is the thing. So like, alright, so this is where we was, right? So on these kicks, now because I've played the game for quite some time, I have like 700 hours in the game. I know that these kicks leave him at literally launch distance, okay? -25 frames, as you can see at the bottom right, which is a red number. -25, it's fucking nuts, right? -25 is heavy minus frames. You could get launched, you get while standing 2 with Kazuya. Depending on the character you play, everyone could launch this, right? From crouching as well, okay? So he's negative, and he kept doing this move. This is probably why I'm shouting, he's negative, because he just allowed me to get a free heat engager. I could have launched him, I could have done a heat engager, I could have grabbed him. That was free real estate for me. That's why I keep saying he's negative, right? Also as well, I think, so yes, heat engager. What I do? He's -1 now. So I can act faster than him, right? I go for a grab, right? He presses back 1. Back 1 is a lot longer than a grab. And I was plus, and I was running into him. He needs to stop pressing. So I said, stop pressing. He presses again, okay? Now, how we know he pressed again is because we can see his commands on the top, on the right-hand side. He did down 2. Down 4-2. What happens here? So, on wake up, obviously he's waking up. It takes quite a lot for him to wake up. I'm not sure how many frames it does. But he presses again. He shouldn't be pressing at this point, or he should be going for a jab. Why is he going for a move that has a lot of startup on it? So I launch him for it. And then he presses again. He's pressing again. You cannot press when you're getting up like this, and I've hit you for a crouching move. Why would you press a button there? Now this is where we call knowledge checks, and I know I'm skating across a lot of topics, but this is now completely different. He's getting knowledge checked, and if you're getting knowledge checked like this, that basically means that you just don't know what you're doing. And he's lost the battle because he just doesn't know what he's going to do against his character. So that's why I say, stop pressing. And I grab him again because he's pressing. And we know he's pressing because it says counter on the screen. And he's pressing buttons on his input. Stop pressing. This is... So... Again. The easiest way to know you're negative on something is you go into training mode, and look, wonderful, what a wonderful place. So again, to respond to that comment, how do you know you're negative? How do you know you're plus, right? On the left side of the screen, we can see a number that is blue and says +9 on frame advantage. That means I can act 9 frames faster than him. He has -9. That means he acts 9 frames slower than me. So I'm plus. That means if I hit a jab, he will have 1 frame to block it. And if he blocks it, then that's a good block. But if he presses anything else, he's going to get hit. Guaranteed. That's how you know you're negative on block. That's the easiest explanation I could give. So we can see while rising 4 is 11 frames, okay? Now, minus a frame because he was a negative frame on the move I did before. That's a 10 frame move. He tried to do a move that's 18 frames, as we can see on our screen. It was 18 frames, okay? He couldn't have done that 18 frames move because I had the advantage and my move was faster. He was going to lose.